For one of my activities, I chose to attend a social organization meeting for the Kent International Festival. This is a festival that happens every year the weekend after Memorial Day, in which the different diversities and cultures of Kent come together to share their dances, art, food, music, and other cultural facets with each other. The meetings are held every other week from February until the festival in May, in which the whole festival is planned and set up. Different volunteers from all walks of life, whether they be students, adults, interns, teachers, or even foreign exchange students, come together to make this festival happen. These meetings are important because they lead to the festival, which brings together the community of Kent. I think that it is really important for the different cultures of Kent to unite and interact with each other just to strengthen Kent as a community. I also chose to go to a sign building workshop that would be for the festival day. This is different from the meetings because I am actually taking a physical action to forward the progress for the festival. I wanted to actually contribute something significant to the festival and help my fellow people of Kent finish something that they lacked volunteers in. It is important as it also helps make the festival successful and in turn strengthens the city of Kent. For my last activity, I decided to interview Brenda Fincher, a Kent City Council member. I asked her questions regarding her status and what the Kent City Council does behind the scenes that contribute to the welfare of Kent. I chose it because I wanted to see what life was like as a council member. I was also curious on the roles and responsibilities council members have, especially when it's regarding Kent, since I've lived here my whole life. I also wanted to see how big of an impact the Kent City Council has on the city. In this activity, I would work with others as part of the festival committee for several hours to build signs that will be put to use during the festival. In this workshop, I worked on organizing where the cultural booths would be placed at the shower center where the festival will take place, as well as making the signs that would direct people on where the different cultural food places would be. The Kent International Festival is a nonprofit event and organization, and it's only there to benefit the community. I think that it is a good way to bring the people of Kent together and celebrate the various diversities are present in Kent. I think being a part of a group that promotes this is really important, even if it is something as simple as building signs. Overall, it is something that contributes to the overall goal of coming together and strengthening Kent as a community. This meeting took place at the Shower Center where the festival will be held. The festival committee, which includes myself as I have been volunteering since February, gained more insight on how the festival will function. The roles of the different committee members were also solidified at this meeting.
So volunteer, just so everybody knows, in case you're speaking to volunteers, this is going to be volunteer check-in. A table will be here, and we're going to tell all volunteers to come in the east side door. So they'll be coming in this way, checking in here.
I think social organization meetings such as this one is important because it gives people a sense of unity, a sense of togetherness. It brings people from all walks of life together to communicate, interact, and create something that will benefit the community as a whole. It is important to interact with people in a community and gain friendships and bonds that may last for life. Okay, this is Kent City Council member Brenda Fincher, and I'm just going to be asking her a few questions. What is so important about the Kent City Council, and what are some important jobs that you guys do kind of behind the scenes that people don't realize?
Well, the city council sets policy, so the city council affects basically everything that you do. Everything that happens with people who live here, whether it's zoning, which affects where you can live and where a business can situate, what type of business can be where, whether it's where a street goes, where a street light goes.
I think it is important to gain insight on what political figures do day to day. It's important to understand their role, even though it isn't as well known as, say, a celebrity, for example. They run things quietly and in the background, and I think it's important to understand just how vital these people are. Interviewing political figures may also inspire people to become like them in the future, which would possibly lead to great leaders of any given community in the future. Interviewing gives an overview of what the job is like, and people may not otherwise know that except through an interview, so I thought this activity was quite important. My volunteering with the Kent International Festival helps to promote togetherness in Kent. It brings people together and unites people from diverse backgrounds to work towards a common goal. I think building fellowship and teamwork is very important in a community. I also gained valuable knowledge with my interview with Miss Fincher, and I can use this knowledge to give to people who may be interested in joining the Kent City Council in the future, which would in turn help Kent as a whole. Due to this project, several students had to do at least 3 community service events that have most likely benefited the community as a whole. Because this project is required, there's all of this community service that may not have otherwise been done, so this project was important as it did help Kent in several ways. The project also helped student volunteers gain knowledge of local resources available to participate in for community service.